to our outstanding group of 8th grade choir students. Good evening. My name is Amy Reed, principal of Sandburg Middle School. We are gathered here tonight to recognize the great achievement made by these Spartans seated before me. Let me begin by thanking the following staff, students, and honored guests joining me on the stage behind me tonight. Please hold your applause until all have been introduced. Mr. Jim Collins, Secretary of the Board of Education. Mr. John McDonough, Member of the Board of Education. Mrs. Karen Stiffen, Member of the Board of Education. Mr. David Smith, Director of Technology. Lauren Gaynor, Carrie Sikich, and Catherine Wheeler, 8th grade students. And finally, Mr. Gale, Sandburg Middle School Principal. As I prepared for the night, I thought back to my junior high graduation exactly 30 years ago. Please don't do the math on that one. What do I remember? What advice was I given that I can pass on to you? Well, the speaker started his speech by playing a verse from Pink Floyd, The Wall. Now, 8th graders, you may not be familiar with this, but I'm pretty sure your parents are. The verse included the lines, "We don't need no education," and "Hey, teachers, leave them kids alone." While this stuck with me, to this day, I unfortunately have no idea what purpose it served, nor is it the message I want to convey tonight. So, I'm going to use Maria Conversa's vision as my inspiration tonight. She chose a quote that seems much more appropriate for this occasion. On the cover of her program, she chose to include a quote from "Oh, the Places You'll Go" by Dr. Seuss, and you can actually see it on the back of the program. It reads, "You have brains in your head, you have feet in your shoes, you can steer yourself in any direction you choose. You're on your own, and you know what you know. You are the guy who'll decide where you go." This story of "Oh, the Places You'll Go" begins with the leading character, you, deciding where to go after reviewing the options. The character's adventure starts on a wide pathway out of town, along which he encounters several mazes of choices and all sorts of fantastic sights, such as hot air balloons whose soar to high heights. The narrator indicates that wherever you fly, you'll be best of the best. So yes, you will decide where you go. The transition you are beginning today into the world of high school is an exciting one filled with anticipation, anxiety, and so many new choices, much like when you entered Sandburg 3 years ago. I want you to remember it is about the journey and not necessarily rushing to that destination. So while on your path, always try. Avoid, as Dr. Seuss described, the waiting place. Unless you try, how can you succeed? You will only have one opportunity to do high school. 4 years will fly by before you know it. Many of you will spend much of that time worried about what people think of you. You'll question whether you are tall enough, smart enough, too smart, or athletic enough. You'll spend time worrying whether you fit in or whether you stand out. Instead, spend time focusing on you and exploring the amazing opportunities that lie ahead of you. An adventure filled with life lessons is better than one never started. I also encourage you, while you're on your journey, to surround yourself with people that want to see you succeed throughout those life lessons. At some point, you will come to a place where the streets are not marked. It is at these times that you should not feel as though you need to travel your journey on your own. Just as you have done in Sandburg, ask for help and advocate for yourself. Your teachers, coaches, counselors, friends, and parents will continue to encourage and support you through the bumps in the road. They will help you to find those bright places so that you continue to come out on top. I can only hope that perhaps the speaker at my graduation was really trying to let us know that yes, an education is the vehicle to get us where we decide to go, and that teachers do play an important role in our success. As Dr. Seuss wrote, "And will you succeed? Yes, you will indeed. 98.4% guaranteed." Class of 2011, make all of us proud. Be the best version of yourself you can be, and best wishes as you write your story of the next 4 years of your lives. Before I close, I want to ask you, the class of 2011, to recognize the people who supported you and helped you achieve your goals over the last 3 years. your families, and teachers. Let's give them a hand. To the Sandbrook Middle School class of 2011, over the last 3 years, you have shared many memorable moments. I'm honored to have been part of your journey as you grow into the outstanding young men and women that you have become. Congratulations. And now, as a celebration of the past 3 years at Sandbrook, filled with lots of memories, tons of successes, and many friendships, it is my pleasure to introduce the student speakers for tonight. We will begin with Catherine Wheeler.